All right, I have got a cardio and core focused workout for you today. It's a very simple format. You do a cardio exercise for 20 seconds. You rest. You do a core exercise for 20 seconds. You rest. You repeat that for 4 cycles, 8 cycles in total, and then you get a longer rest. Now, my recommended work to rest is 20 seconds of work with 20 seconds of rest. If you're like, you've done some working out, but you're kind of getting into it, 20 seconds of work, 10 seconds of rest if you need more of a challenge. So let's start with your first combination. We're going to be doing jumping jacks paired with a push-up hold. So jumping jacks, just to remind you, feet together, hands at your side, arms overhead, feet out as you do your jacks. If you need to take it a bit slower, you could do step out jacks, especially if you've got knees that bug you a bit. My shoulders sometimes bug me, so I do seal jacks. In and out with those arms, squeezing my shoulder blades together. Again, we can do this as a step out if it's a little bit better on your knees. So you do that for 20 seconds. You rest for either 20 or 10 seconds, and then you go to your push-up hold. So set up on the ground, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, tighten your midsection, step out, and hold it. You want to make sure you lock those knees, squeeze those glutes, and press into the floor. Breathing the whole time. Hold that for 20 seconds. Now, 20 seconds for a push-up hold can be a bit long, so if you need to, halfway through, tap your knees down, rock back, and then reset. You can always do that. That is pair number 1. Pair number 2 is going to be skater step outs with a side plank. So skater step outs, you're going to get into an athletic ready position. Here, you're going to start with one leg out, and then you're going to switch your legs. Here. So imagine that you're skating quickly down the ice or rollerblading, moving those arms, moving those feet each time, replacing the foot, sticking the other leg out, staying in that crouch position the whole time. 20 seconds of that, rest. 20 seconds of our core exercise. We're going to do a side plank. So for this, get your elbow, make sure it's under your shoulder, under the other shoulder, hips off of the ground. You can have your knees bent at 90 degrees to make it a bit tougher. Stick the top leg out. Tougher, both legs straight but split apart. And the hardest version is going to be one foot on top of the other. Make sure the whole time that, again, that elbow's under your shoulders, your hips are away from the floor, and push your hips forward, straight from your head to your heels. Every time that you come back to the side plank, because we'll go back to those skater step outs again, when you come back to side plank, make sure you do the other side. Again, halfway through, if you need to reset, touch your hips down and come up, you can do that. Now, pair number 3 is going to be our Sherwood Shuffles with a glute bridge march. So Sherwood Shuffles, we imagine there's a line on the ground. I've got a line right here. One foot in front, one behind, and quickly shuffling. Making sure we're also moving our arms. You can go wider if you can handle that, but you want to keep the speed up nice and quick. 20 seconds, rest. Then we go to the ground for 20 seconds with our glute bridge march. Lying on your back, dig your heels into the ground, arms down at your side, push your hips up. Keep your hips up the whole time as you march, making sure not to let your hips drop, not to let your body twist. 20 seconds, hips down. Get that done for 8 cycles. Our 4th and final pairing is going to be sprinter starts and slow climbers. So sprinter starts, I want you to imagine that you're at the start line. Front knee is bent, back leg is behind you, arms ready. You're going to step and then step back, nice and quick. Big step back, push into the ground to come up, making sure you bend that knee every time. Okay? You can either stick to one side, and then next time you come back to cardio, you can do the other side, or you can switch sides every time. Step back, step back, step back. It's like a front-back version of the skater step out. So that's your sprinter starts. That's going to be paired with our slow climber. So for that one, set up in your push-up hold, hands on your shoulders, knees under hips, tighten your midsection, step out, lock your knees, squeeze your glutes in from here. We're going to slowly bring one knee in and and switch, nice and slow. You're gonna feel your hips wanna move, don't let them. If it's a bit too hard to keep your foot off the ground, you can do a tap, pause. Every time you tap your foot down, it makes it a little bit more manageable. 8 rounds of that, or 4 rounds of that pair, 8 rounds in total. It will take you 4 minutes to get a pair done if you do 20-10 times 8. Okay, that means 4 times of each pairing. It will take you about 5.5 minutes if you do 20-20. So choose what's right for you, for your fitness level. Have fun with it. Have a great workout.